Days after Trump's massive victory, Israel faces resistance in the United States. Israeli president faces backlash in America. Massive protest erupts in New York. Hundreds of protesters reportedly gather outside Israeli president's hotel. Protesters chant "Go back, killer." Protesters demand action against Israel. Slogans raised against alleged Israeli crimes in Gaza and Lebanon. Days after Donald Trump's victory, Israel faces resistance in the United States as protests erupt outside Israeli President Herzog's hotel in New York. Hundreds of demonstrators reportedly chanted slogans against Israeli actions in Gaza and Lebanon, demanding accountability for alleged war crimes. Amid the ongoing protest, outgoing U.S. President Biden will meet with Israeli President Isaac Herzog at the White House on November 12. According to reports, the two are expected to discuss the ongoing wars in Gaza and Lebanon. It is expected that Ron Dermer, a former Israeli ambassador to the U.S. and advisor to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, will join Herzog in the meeting with President Biden. The two presidents met at the White House in July 2023 and again in October 2023 in Tel Aviv. On the other hand, Netanyahu and Biden met in Washington in July 2024. However, there is currently no meeting with Trump or any other elected officials on the Israeli president's schedule, though quiet meetings may take place. In a significant video statement on November 10, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu emphasized that he and U.S. President-elect Donald Trump are in complete agreement on addressing the Iranian threat. This comes at a time when an Iranian response to Israel's recent defensive actions appears imminent. Netanyahu disclosed that he and Trump have engaged in 3 discussions since the latter's victory in the American presidential election last week. These talks were aimed at strengthening the robust alliance between Israel and the U.S. "We share a united front on the Iranian threat in all its dimensions and recognize the peril it presents," stated the Prime Minister. He added, "We also acknowledge the tremendous opportunities that lie ahead for Israel, particularly in expanding peace and pursuing further advancements in various areas." Netanyahu says he spoke 3 times with Trump in recent days. Media reports also claim that Trump wants the wars in Gaza and Lebanon to be wrapped up by his inauguration on January 20 and has made that clear to Netanyahu. He has also informed the Biden administration that he expects to see progress in the efforts to obtain a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. The war in Gaza began when Hamas-led militants blew holes in the border fence and stormed into southern Israel on October 7, 2023. They killed some 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and abducted around 250. Some 100 hostages are still inside Gaza, and about a third are believed to be dead. Israel's offensive has killed more than 43,000 Palestinians, according to local health authorities who do not distinguish between civilians and militants in their count but say more than half the dead were women and children.